What's up guys, welcome to AnimeKouhai. If you want to help me out, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel.
I saw Shion get sent flying from the corner of my eye. Turning toward her, I realized that Yuki had just drilled a kick into her, and despite her ultra-speed regeneration, she couldn't get back up to her feet. This was very unusual.
Shion?
Maniacal laughter drowned out my shouting. It came from both Maribel and Yuki, as if harmonizing with her.
Well done. Well done, indeed. I underrated you, Demon Lord Rimuru. I underestimated you. I had no idea you were this kind of monster.
That's true. I didn't think you could win against Maribel, but I can't have you forgetting that I'm right here, okay?
Yuki, fresh from besting Shion, stood before me. The black waves from Maribel were now crashing upon him, stronger than ever before.
Understood. The subject Yuki Kagarazaka's power has just skyrocketed. The subject Maribel Razo is apparently using the unique skill Avarice to transfer her power to him.
How many cards does she have in her hand anyway? Now I gotta deal with Yuki, too? I knew he was only under the influence of her avarice, so I wanted to subdue him if I could, not kill him.
Don't hate me if I kill you.
I'd say the same to you.
With that exchange, he and I moved in sync. There was a flurry of kicks, sending both of us hurtling through the air. Something like this had happened before to me, but this time, we were both serious, and now we had these two rivaling powers clashed against each other. Yuki was stronger than I thought, certainly more of a physical specimen than Maribel. He fought Shion and pretty soundly beat her, so he had to be a phenom. I had no intention of going easy on him, but maybe it'd be tough to resolve this fight quickly. I thought over my options as I faced down Yuki, then I spotted Maribel moving around a bit, trying to catch me unawares. Uh-oh, that's bad, but I got my hands full with Yuki right now. Turning her back to us, Maribel began fleeing toward the middle of the crypt. I wanted to pursue her, but Yuki stopped me. Ah well, not like Maribel can escape. Now that I fully grasped the wavelengths of her soul, I could find her no matter where she hid. For now, Yuki had to come first. I turned my eyes back toward him. My peripheral vision told me that Kigali and the expedition team were attending to Shion. She was awake, but it didn't look like she could stand up, something she looked pretty pained about, but there was no quick solution to that. If Yuki left her in such bad shape, I couldn't afford to make light of him, but I wasn't worried at all. As Raphael put it, a unique skill can never work against an ultimate skill. The strength of our relative souls was at the crux of it. If someone awakens to a power that surpasses unique skills in all dimensions, you needed a strong enough heart to go with that. Faced with that kind of spiritual strength, there was no way a unique skill could have any influence. The only thing that could beat an ultimate skill user was another ultimate skill user. No matter how much power Maribel gave him, Yuki couldn't beat me. My victory was as good as assured, but the next moment, my confidence was thoroughly crushed.
Alright, time to get real.
With that, Yuki unleashed a right roundhouse kick. It was just the same as before, and I easily blocked it with my left arm. But the next instant, my entire upper arm shattered, as if it burst open.
Huh?
I backstepped to safety, honestly surprised as I blankly stared at my arm.
Concern. The universal barrier of Uriel, Lord of Vows, has been broken. This is believed to be due to the subject Yuki Kagarazaka's extra-singular anti-skill constitution.
Wait a minute. So my absolute defense doesn't work on him? In fact, is he pretty much nullifying all my attacks right now?
Affirmative. Anti-skill is a spiritual body constitution that suppresses magic and skills. It is likely that only holy blade skills and certain other arts will be effective against him.
So something like Melt Slash could work? This wasn't a joke any longer. He seriously managed to break down my ultimate skill. I'd never be able to comprehend all the details behind that, but his constitution was terrifying news to me.
I thought you couldn't obtain unique skills or special stuff like that.
That wasn't a lie. I did say that my physical abilities have developed beyond normal, didn't I?
I wanted to yell at him about that, but he was right. Besides, if his mind was being controlled, there wasn't much point complaining at him anyway. But what'll I do now? Yuki's attacks work on me, but mine don't work on him. I'd just be wasting time as it is, and if this is what it's come to, I can't get hung up with trying to keep him alive. I really wanted to, since we shared a homeland and everything. If he was deliberately my rival, that's one thing, but mind controlled like this? I felt real bad for him. Facts were facts though. Yuki wasn't someone I could beat while going easy. Stealing my resolve, I drew my sword, sending my aura up and down its jet black blade.
Nice katana there.
He took out the knife hanging from his side with his right hand. Then he took out another with his left, a small, single-edged sword. With these two blades, he held his hips down in an unusual stance, nothing I had seen before. Maybe it was self-invented. Seeing him square up, it finally dawned on me. Losing my skills and magic worried me, but Yuki wasn't impervious to physical attack. Anti-skill constitution or not, if I cut him, he'd bleed. That's why some arts will work, huh? And in my case, my skills even affected my punching, which is why that didn't do much. Would it be more effective if I didn't enhance them with my aura?
Negative. A correct answer cannot be determined due to lack of information.
Roger that. Let's just try it, then. Planting my feet on the ground, I slashed at Yuki. He blocked it with the sword in his left hand, his physical skill letting him easily match my speed. But I had experience trading blows with Hinata, which helped both my sword skills and my confidence. Staying calm, I looked ahead 2 or 3 strikes. Even if skills didn't work on Yuki, predict future attack still worked just fine, since it used Raphael's computations to discern his behavior. Yuki preferred to defend with his left-hand sword and attack with his right-hand knife. It usually went the opposite way, I thought, but everyone has their own preferences. Both of his weapons were made from purified magisteel, metallurgically evolving for vast power gains. Even among unique weapons, they were in a class of their own. Maybe even legend class, in fact. Those were a threat, but then I made an unexpected discovery.
Report. Anti-skill is not applied to weapons.
Whoa, so using weapons actually weakens Yuki. That little tidbit doesn't mean much for anyone besides me, but to Yuki, that's a real blind spot. If these were just regular old attacks, absolute defense gave me nothing to fear. I decided to risk Yuki getting a hit on me.
Dropping your guard, Rimuru?
Pretending to lose my balance after a parried katana strike, I left myself open to him. Yuki thrust with his knife, as if it was attracted by a magnet. There was some special feature to it that let it expand and contract, which messed with my sense of distance. To Yuki, it probably felt like a surprise attack, expertly tossed into my single moment of vulnerability, but I planned the whole thing. The knife was aimed squarely at my heart, but then I stopped it. I touched it to make sure. Turned out it contained a special poison that would affect my nervous system. If he really stabbed me with it, even I would have taken damage, but that was just pointless theorizing now.
Well, too bad for you. It hurts more when you punch me, you know.
No way. This is insane.
Yuki's eyes widened, but I had no obligation to listen to his complaints. Instead, I mercilessly unleashed a new sword strike, one I had just finished developing. It was called Stormbreak, a combination magic and art move inspired by Hinata's Melt Slash. The magic in question was storm magic, as provided by the skill Veldora, Lord of the Storm. Veldora's magic was scarier for its secondary damage than its primary. Once it opened up a wound, the destruction would begin from there, eventually breaking down your entire body. Stormbreak was the same way, a sure kill art that ate into its target's life force. Thanks to his unique constitution, however, the strike I landed on him didn't trigger that effect. There was now a large gash across his chest, but it still wasn't a lethal blow. With a groan, Yuki glared at me. I tried to look into his inner thoughts, but a black mist blocked me from seeing anything. Maribel's desires had fully infected him. If I could clear all that away, I wouldn't need to finish him off, but…
Understood. Interference is blocked by anti-skill.
But no dice. Then there was just one thing to do.
I've won this. I wanted to release you from Maribel's rule, but I guess I can't do that. I'm gonna go a little strong on you, but no hard feelings, alright?
I would damage him almost to the point of death, knocking him unconscious. Then, while he was knocked out, I'd go take care of Maribel. If that eliminated her effect on him, then great. I readied my sword against Yuki. Sadly, punching him with my bare hands didn't deal him any damage. The energy that anti-skill cancels even included the kinetic energy from my fist. It's crazy, I know, but Yuki was a very special case. Waiting until the best possible moment, I applied power to my sword. I wanted to strike him with the blunt side of my blade. Good thing it's sturdy enough not to break, but if I applied too much, I was liable to cut Yuki in half. Striking the right balance of power was tough. But just as I readied my sword, preparing to smash it down on him.
Please, wait a minute. I beg you. Please reconsider killing Sir Yuki.
Kigali started shouting. I turned her way. She was on her feet, attempting to run up to Yuki.
Whoa, look out. Yuki's under Maribel's control.
No, it's fine. There's no way someone as strong-willed as Sir Yuki could have his heart taken by a little girl like that.
She clung to Yuki, ignoring my warning. The expedition team was following her lead.
Yeah, she's right. The Grandmaster's not that much of a wimp.
That's true. He's always going by the beat of his own drum. There's no way anyone could exploit his weaknesses.
He's the kind of guy who'd beat a dragon, just to show off to us.
He was certainly well loved. If they were defending him that much, I was starting to look like a villain. Look, if there was a way to keep from killing him, I'd use it, alright? But I can't go easy like that right now. I'm just taking the option that's best for the situation. Can't you see I'm carrying my katana backward? I mentally begged them to take a closer look as I watched Kigali and the rest. They were coming up from behind him, trying to get his attention. If that was all it took to break Maribel's influence, we wouldn't be having this problem. But
I'm not trying to kill him, either, okay? So
get out of my way, I tried to say. And at that moment,
Guys.
Yuki whispered the word, his face twisted in pain.
Report. Change detected in the subject Yuki Kagurazaka. The desire-driven spiritual interference appears to have been cancelled.
What? Seriously? We're going with that happily ever after ending? I could barely believe it, but my sense told me Yuki wasn't after my life any longer. You gotta be kidding me. I thought, but I had to accept it. With Yuki back to normal, the only foes left were Maribel and the Chaos Dragon.
Looks like I caused you some trouble there, so forgive me for that. But you saved me, Rimuru.
yeah, glad you're okay.
I replied, trying my best not to look like I was okay with him dying a moment ago.
Hey, Gobta, get this done with already.
I needed to change the subject, and yelling at Gopta did the job. Soon after, his battle was over. Xian was safe. Yuki's anti-skill effect wasn't permanent, so her ultra-speed regeneration sprang back to life after a bit. She glared at Yuki, still in a rage, as I tried my best to calm her down.
This is a humiliation. I still haven't trained enough.
When the anger left her, the sadness came rushing in. I tried to calm her once more, telling her there'd be another time. Gopta, meanwhile, looked pretty exhausted.
I told that guy Glenda was alive, but he just wouldn't listen to me.
That's it for this video, guys. Thank you for always watching my videos and supporting my channel. Shout out to Captain Jules, Luminous Eka, Tackle Cat was not here, Tin Plays Games, Random Simp, Shlok Tiwari, Somanisan, Melinda Burton, Darth Cayman 420, and last but not least, shout out to Steven Lauer. I'll see you guys in the next video.